Fish! Nice, nice muskie. Welcome back to Season 3. My name is Sam Gaza and you are watching Episode 3. First of all, if you haven't yet, please do make sure to subscribe to the channel. Lots of good content coming your way. Also make sure to like the video, comment, let me know your thoughts. So in the days leading up to today, the muskies have been very lethargic, which have led to me filming some episodes that have not fully made it onto YouTube. So just to give you an idea of exactly what I've been working with, here's a few clips from some of the lethargic muskies that I've been dealing with. Natalie, we're going to put some sunscreen on, okay?
Why?
So you don't get sunburnt. That wouldn't be very good.
Okay.
Alright. Hold on 1 second. Oh, muskie. Wow. That's awesome.
What do you got?
There's a muskie chasing my lure. That is super cool.
I don't see it.
He was down deep. He's kind of hard to see. Really cool. Wow. Such a nice fish. Oh, such a nice fish. Eat it. Such a nice fish. Oh, there he is again. Oh. Now today we're headed out on a brand new body of water. If I catch a muskie on this body of water, it'll be the first time I caught a muskie in this state. So I'm super excited to try it out. We're gonna go out on the water and do a loop around this lake. It's about a 300-acre body of water, just to kind of get a feel for, you know, what the structure looks like, what the lake looks like, maybe drop down a couple lines for trolling. Super excited. I'll meet you out on the water. See you there. So we're out here. Here we are. We're out on this new body of water. This is a natural lake, so there's a lot of weeds here. 300-acre body of water, and it's really not a bad idea when you first head out on the water to just make sure you're doing a little loop around the lake. Is there a perimeter of weeds? What does the structure look like? What does the water temperature look like? Try to get a feel for, you know, where you should start out, that kind of thing. We might drop a line down for trolling. So do a little loop here and we'll get at it. All right, well, I've decided to stop here. A lot of times with new lakes, you have a main lake point. That's often where you want to start. And we have a nice drop off here in the neck down area. I like it. I saw some baitfish jumping, so that's where we're going to start. Fish! Nice, nice muskie. Yes! Oh my gosh! What a hog! What a hog! What a giant fish! This is a 45 maybe. Whew. What a giant! Wow! Holy smokes! Oh my gosh! Yeah, what a big fish! Wow! Oh my gosh! It's 47. 47. Wow, what a really beautiful fish. What did I catch this on? It was on catchingmusky.com. Little single, I think this is probably a number 8 blade, and Magnum Colorado, and this musky hammered this bait. One of the things interesting leading up to that catch is that a lot of the bait fish were going crazy. Now this is a full moon. I've always noticed this around the full moon, is that bait fish go crazy. And when bait fish get pushed higher up in the water column, that's either because muskies are chasing them or they're just going crazy themselves. So I was fishing all around these fish, and I decided to come around to the opposite side of them and cast from a different angle. And he absolutely crushed that bait. Obviously when airborne, man, such an incredible catch, and what a beast of a fish. I mean, easily a 25 to 30 pound fish. Really, really nice fish. I don't know if you can see here, but look at all these fish jumping in unison right here. All these little ripples, huge schools of fish just jumping. And this is the last time I fished on the full moon. This is exactly what happened. This is my first time here. I've only been on the water an hour and a half. Yeah. So this is your first time on? You just caught a 40-something? Yeah, like an hour in. I like this lake.
Well, that was my first experience when I first got here last week. First day out,
yeah.
Half hour in, bang, there she was.
Yeah, yeah. So.
Well, I was hoping I could pick your brain.
Sorry.
What made you fish right around here?
It was very shallow by the buoys.
Yeah.
Then I came over into here and it just dropped off like a cliff, and
yeah.
I saw the weed edge and I said, this is perfect because the water temp's 75.
Yep.
And they, you know, they like to hang out down below. Then I saw all the bait fish jumping over there.
That's what I was just chasing.
Yeah. And I said, there's got to be something chasing them because, you know.
One reason why little fish jump.
That's right.
Because big fish are chasing them.
That's right. Yep, yep. Well, update here for you. We've moved a little bit farther down the shoreline, and you know, there's a weed edge here. It's a nice weed edge. We're going to explore some more weed edges here. The overcast conditions from the morning moved out, but really not a huge wind that's moved in, and you know, not even a super strong sun. So it's actually really good fishing conditions, and we're going to go find some more weed edges and see what else we can put in the boat. There's one. Not as big of a fish. Fish number 2. All right. mid to upper 30s, probably. All right, look at that fish. Real nice. $38. Let him go. So the pattern right now is that fish are hitting in about 12 feet of water. I mentioned that. So what I'm doing with the inside out technique, you know, sitting 10 feet and then casting out into that kind of 12, 13 range. And I can just see just the tops of the weeds. And as I'm seeing the tops of the weeds, since the clarity of the water is lower, I know that I'm probably in shallower water than I want. So I'm just gonna very slowly put my trolling motor on about 1 or 2, my motor guide, and kind of just get myself in a forward moving direction. All right, a little update for you. It's the afternoon now, and there's this whole other side of the lake that I'm exploring. Totally different. It's like a big bowl. There are some weeds here that we're fishing, and a lot deeper water out over there. So using the island as kind of like an eddy, and there's some weeds. It actually looks really good. Probably the biggest fish in the system, I would think, would live in this little pool here. So let's see if we can get 3 fish today. All right. Well, perhaps you're like me and you fish a lot in the sun. Me personally, I don't like sunscreen. I think it feels sticky, it smells bad. So one of the things I've done is I've bundled up. Simms makes some outstanding, really thin sun protection type clothing here, and it blocks the sun's rays, it's cool, and it covers you up. I've got these beautiful gloves, this long sleeve shirt, and this breathable mask, and this really covers me up in the sun. My neck always seems to get burnt, so put it right over my neck. Just as good as sunscreen. This here is such a fantastic looking spot. Just pulled up into it, and you know, one of the things you got probably 3 or 4 different things going on. Number one, with a couple casts, I can hit 20 plus feet of water, 25 feet of water. Now you have a little island, right? You can see some weeds right here, and the fish are hanging out in 12, 13 feet of water. We're in 12 to 13 feet right now. And then you have the channel, right? So boats are coming in and out of here, creating waves, which are pushing bait fish in towards the muskies. So now all the muskies are kind of hanging out on the weed edge, pointing their noses towards the channel, waiting for something to go by. We'll see what we can find here. Oh, follow. Kind of got spooked almost by the boat. Well, we're gonna call it a day here. Boat traffic is getting pretty bad, and in lakes where there's a lot of weeds, it gets churned up, and it just is hard to make a cast, or even hard to troll sometimes with a lot of weeds. So we're gonna call it a day, and it was a good one, right? Caught a nice musky 38, which is good, and we got another follow.